guys. Today I'm going to take us through recreating this kind of image again in CSS Battle. As you can see, this is where we shall see our result based on our code here. First of all, let's break down our image into different sections to make it easier for us to come up with it. When I look at this image here on its top, actually this simply sounds like a toilet paper or a roll of sandpaper. So let's just take it like a roll. On top here, this is made of about two circles, one outer circle and one inner circle for the hole, to simulate the hole. And then this body, you can use a triangle to achieve this, and then the rounded part of the base, we can use also the circle. So literally we shall have two circles on top, one circle on the bottom, and then one rectangle for the body. Let's get coding. So we shall have our main div for the entire container, and then shall create one div. Let's close it. So this div is going to help us achieve this white circle here. In the hierarchy, we'll see this hole here. We shall put a circle inside this white circle. So let's copy this, and then we create this should be for the hole. Then outside this, we shall have a div for the body rectangle, and then a div for the base. Basically, that's what we need. We need the main. This is the wrapper. The top circle is this. The hole is this inside the top. Then the body and the base. Basically that. So let's make them. Let's differentiate them with classes. We shall have this class. We can name this wrapper. Let's copy this class, give this one class top, we can give this one class, let's call it hole, and then we call this one, can call this one body, and then this one we call this, let's call this base. So we are done structuring our skeleton of the image. Let's go to styling. Let's give it styles so that we can achieve the view of the image. So we're going to begin first by working on the background. So let's get to the wrapper. Let's give it width, say for example 400 pixels. Give it a height, say for example 200 pixels. You can give it background color. Let's give it a background color, and this is the color, so we can pick this color and apply on the background. So you can see this is our background. We intended to cover the entire body. So when you see here, this is 400 pixels by 300 pixels. So we can give this 300 pixel to cover the entire body, but then there is this padding here. So let's get rid of that by applying this CSS code. Padding, rather margin. This is margin. We'll give it 0 pixel. This is 0 px. Good. So we have our background. Let's go ahead and style now the top. To achieve our top, we shall call the class top. Then we can give it width. We can give it something less than 400, maybe say 450 pixels. And then the height, can give the height something less than 300, maybe let's say 100. We shall see 100 pixel. And then now let's give the background color. Background color, we shall give it white. Copy this, apply white. Why are we not seeing it? Let's give this position absolute. Give it position absolute. Let's give this position relative. Okay. Oh, this is colon. Great. So we can see the top of our image is almost coming. So we need to do a few things here and there. First of all, we've given 450. This is too much. We give it 300. Yes, somehow. But we need to center it. So let's go back to our wrapper. Then we give this display flex. We give it display flex. Justify content. Center. Yes. Align items. Center. Do we need that? No. So let's get rid of the line content. So in this case, we are going to push that image downward somehow. So this is wrapper. So we need this position relative. We can say here top. We'll push it down by 10 pixel. 10 pixel. Let's see, still far. All the way to 30 pixel. Still far at 10. Make it 40. Great. So you can see our image. The upper part is properly aligned. But there's a problem. It is still too wide and the height is still too much. Let's reduce the width to, let's say, 340. I mean 300. Great. What is the perfect width? The height, this is 100. Let's reduce it by 50%. 50 pixels, still wide. Let's try 40. Great, so we have perfect height and perfect width. But we have a problem. We need to get rid case we have to give it 50%. Great. You can see. Now let's work on the whole. The class of the whole is whole. So we are going to inherit the positioning. This is a class whole. Then we're going to get the position. Let's position it, give it relative. I'm giving it relative, and then let's define the width. In this case, the width should be less than 300. Let's give it, if this is 300 from here up to here, let's divide by 3. Let's give it 100%. You see, 100 pixels, and the height. Sorry about that. The height about if this to this is 40 pixels. Let's divide it also by 3. Gives us about let's say 15 pixels. Let's say 15 pixels. Let's see it by giving the background color. Let's give the background color this color, and this sounds not good. And then let's first position it. Let's give it display. No, let's give this display flex. This is where it belongs. It is a child to this. So we're going to give this display flex, and let's give flex direction column. Did we give? Let's give this flex direction column. Remember, all this contained in this main wrapper. Flex direction column, and position absolute. This changes to relative. We see what happens. Let's change it back to absolute. Great. So if this column is then you align items. Align item center. Let's reduce top 10. Nope. So let's remove this justify content and direction. Then we shall use it in. Justify content. Flex direction is all that we need to get rid of, and align item center. Great, let's go back to that, and then let's give this justify content center. Great. So this width is way much smaller of this whole. So we are going to increase this width by, let's make this 20 pixels, still small. give it 40. Still small. All the way to 60. Oh, this is the height. Sorry about that, guys. The height, let's give it back to 30. 30 is way much. 25. Remember, the position is not also right from the top, so let's first work on the width. This should be 200. 200 is much. 150. 150 is much. Let's reduce it to 40. Good, I think it's supposed to be 40. 140. And then let's suspend it from top. About how many pixels? Let's say 10 pixels. Shall begin with position. Remember, this is a child of a parent wrapper, so we're going to give it position relative, should be relative to the parent, and then let's give it a width so that we bring it to life. Width, usually we are going to use 300. Yes, 300 pixels. There is a problem. What a problem here. Where is the problem? Relative. Let's continue. We shall sort that one out. The height, let's give it 200 px, and then so let's first sort out what the problem is up here. Display flex, and you say I think the flex direction is the problem here. Flex direction, you need to take it to column. Flex direction column. Flex direction column, then align items center. Good. So we are going to give the body the background color, and the background color of our body is supposed to be this color, I mean this, and then we shall be good. So the problem that we have here is simply the positioning of our body. First, you need to push it up. We are going to give it top. In this case, you can see that it is below the desired position, so we are going to push it up. So we are going to give it negative 10 px and see if that's good for us. Yep, that will work for us. Negative 10 px. Look, even the height is perfect. The height is perfect at 200 pixels, but then we don't need this other overlapping. So let's remove 10 px here. 190. Still much. 180. 150. Too much. 160. Great. I think this will work for us. No. 180. And then we take it further up by 10 pixels to make it 50. Great, that will work for us. So as you can see, what's happened here, we are seeing this other image has covered the rest of the images. So let's go to the wrapper. This should be z index 0. Let's give this z index 1, z index 1. Great. Z index 1. But then now it is mispositioned. So we're going to reduce this to 20. Still far away. Let's reduce this to 10. Still far away. Reduce it to 5. What about when you get rid of it? Good. So I think our image is now coming to life. All we need here is now the base. Literally here there is no difference completely. We need to add on the base here. So let's grab our base class. Let's style our base. Style this guy. Basically what we need here is the styling of this, whereby we're going to get our top, get display maybe from position. Yeah, from position and border radius we apply here. Great. So this is our work. So all that we need here is to push this guy up. First things first, we are going to get rid of let me see here. Let me give it top and we give it negative 20 px. Let's try to find out why this is suspending this much. Position relative, width 300, height, this border radius 50. this negative 30, negative 40. I think negative 40 is okay. But then we need to push the whole of this. You need to push this entire. Do you have position here? Yes. So top, let's give it 10 pixels. Can we add it to 20? We're literally not doing anything here. Let's remove this. I think here is where we need it. We need it here. And then if we added here 20, then we need to remove from the body 20. We need to remove from the body 20, then from the base we need to remove 20. Perfect. Perfect. This is all that we need. So we're going to change the color of this base to the color of this body, so that becomes uniform. So we're simply going to get this guy here, then we get rid of this color, give this. Perfect. So we can see we have achieved this image in the smallest time possible. Let's see the difference. There is no difference completely. So we have completed the challenge. So what we basically did, we created divs, just basically divs. This first div is for the background, to wrap everything inside. This second div is for the top, and remember the top, we said that it's made of two circles, the white circle and then that dark maroon circle. The maroon circle inside is inside the white circle, that's why we have nested this one inside top. And then the div stands alone within the wrapper, this div of the body, and then the base also stands alone within the wrapper. So it's logically stuck from top to bottom. We made our CSS, we formatted the whole document, we gave it margin 0, and then the wrapper, we gave it display flex direction column, so that they arrange items from top to bottom. We justified our content to the center, aligned it to the center. Positioning, we gave it position absolute, and with 100 we realized 400 actually, we realized that this canvas is 400 by 300 pixels, as we can see from here. And then the top, from here to here, we have realized that it's 300 pixels, and the height from here to here of this white part is the 40 pixels. Then inside part here is the hole, where we realize that it's 140 pixels from here up to here, and then the height is 20 pixels. Remember, all this, to achieve this shape, we need to give it border radius 50%, or we simply divide the radius of the width in case it was a perfect square. But since this is a rectangle, we need to give width 50%. This border part here, we simply